Hi friends, if you are here from Book Talk, welcome. The vibes are still the same over here. Just a little bit of longer form content, of course. If you are new here, welcome to Lauren's Library. I'm a girl who loves to talk about books, and I'm sure you do too if you're here. I think we should talk about them together and just be friends. Okay, so this is my booktube. I have come over from Book Talk. I still make content on there, but I feel like this recent TikTok banning or almost ban, I don't know what it was to be honest, has taught me that it is important to diversify your content. And I already like to talk to people about books. I was like, maybe booktube is good for me just so I can have like longer form content and like not have to be constricted to like just short form videos. So yeah, here's me giving it a try. So I thought I'd spend my first video talking a little bit like what this channel will be about, introduce myself, and then last year was the first year I took reading seriously. I ended up reading 75 books, so I wanted to give you guys 5 book recs that I absolutely loved reading last year, and I'm sure you'll love them too. Okay, so first a little bit about me. My name is Lauren. I am 28, almost 30. I'm so excited to like get to 30. When I was younger, I thought 30 was so old, but now I'm like, I can't wait. I feel like it's gonna be a great decade. So yeah, excited. So yeah, already planning my 30th birthday because I was born in December. So I feel like December babies, we just love our birthdays. Like it's just something about us. So yeah, already planning my like next 2 birthdays. So yes, you should know that I love birthdays. Like I am such a big birthday person. If you don't want to celebrate your birthday, I always do something for the people in my life. I'm like, let me get them like a little gift, at least like a card, something, because I love birthdays. What else do I love? I love tacos. I am a huge taco fan. So long story short, my husband and I, we love to travel. We've been many places, but each time we go somewhere, as long as it's in the United States, because in Europe, I don't know, I haven't had tacos in Europe, but when we travel throughout the United States, we try to go to a taco spot in each city that we go to. And I'm proud to say that honestly, Chicago kind of has like the best tacos, like just the Chicagoland area in general. I'm from Illinois, so maybe I'm a little biased, but Chicago has really, really good food. But a second favorite, New Orleans. I didn't think New Orleans would have like amazing tacos, but they do. Specifically from, if you are in New Orleans, please tell me you've heard of the Rum House. I think it's like the Rum House Cafe or like the Rum House. I forgot what the exact name is, but my gosh, we went in 2019 and I still think about those tacos pretty often. So yeah, Rum House has amazing tacos in New Orleans. So Chicago and New Orleans win the taco battle in our heart right now. I love watching football. Football is like my first sports love. Of course, I never played it or anything, but I was obsessed with Tom Brady growing up, okay? And I mean, I still think he's the GOAT. Everyone tries to say like, Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. No, I'm sorry, but Tom Brady is. I'm so sorry. Sorry to break your heart, but Tom is the GOAT. So yes, I'm a huge like football fan and like sports fan in general. I never played sports though, to be honest. I was more like, I'm gonna read a book. I'm going to practice my instruments, because that brings me into my next fun fact. I grew up being classically trained on the piano. I played piano for like 18 years, and I actually got into my college from like a music audition that I did. I was in the School of Music, then I changed my major to public relations, and that's how I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Public Relations from Illinois State University. But yes, I was classically trained on the piano. So I'm trying to get back into playing the piano. Over these past few years, I kind of like moved around a bit, got married to my husband. He's amazing. But yeah, I got married, we moved to an apartment, so I didn't really have space for a keyboard, but now I do. One day I do want a piano in our house, but right now the keyboard in the guest room is doing just fine, so I'm starting to practice again. I know how to read sheet music, but I'm trying to learn how to play by ear, so that's my next adventure. I also play guitar, and one day I'm gonna teach myself violin. I do have a violin, and I was trying to learn one summer, like a couple summers ago, kind of like didn't stick with it, so maybe this year I'll pick it back up again. And then as far as reading goes, I love reading romance, thriller books, and then also historical fiction. Those are my loves. Like, I love them. Lastly, I got married in 2022. My husband and I are loving life. We bought a house this year. So it's just been like a lot of changes the last couple years. And we've really just appreciated having each other as we go through these changes and just looking forward to the future. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. All right, let's talk a little bit about what you can expect from this channel. If you're from my book talk, you know I love to do book reviews. And I do reviews whether the book is good or bad, but I will say I know myself more as a reader now. I feel like last year I went through a lot of trial and error to see like what I like and what I don't like. So it's not my fault, but a lot of the books that I like read, I actually really like them. So they will get 4 or 5 stars, I'm not gonna lie. 5 stars, I'm a little strict with how I give those out. So like, let's get into my rating system, I guess, really quickly. 3 stars is the book was good. I would not read it again though. But to me, that's not like this book was terrible, if that makes sense. It's just like, okay, that was good. Like it was no problems. Like I just thought it was good. I'm gonna put it to the side, keep it on my bookshelf. Probably won't pick it up again though. 4 stars is like, okay, you got some emotion out of me. Like I was crying. Like I might have had to take a moment, like Wusad, you know, like I need to take a moment away from this book. Okay, 4 stars meant like I felt something. It's also staying on my bookshelf, and I'm going to maybe if not read it again, I will highly recommend it to people over and over again. Okay, that's like a 4-star rating for me. I have to feel something. It has to move me. Okay, 5 star, it has to move me. It's going right on my bookshelf, might even be in a spot where you can like see it behind my head, okay? Like it's gonna get a spot where it can be seen and shown off, all right? So that's second thing. It also has to be one that I would recommend to people in a heartbeat, and there's very few books like that. Another thing, 5-star books. I've noticed every 5-star book I've read has put me into a reading coma afterwards, unfortunately, where I literally, it takes like a lot for me to get into another book after reading a 5-star book. Like I need to take like a week break, honestly, or a few days at least, to just really just take everything in. That's what a 5-star book does to me, and that's how I go. So maybe it's based off of like my feelings, like how did I feel reading the book, and after reading the book that gives me my 5-star ratings. But yeah, that's my system and it works for me. Also expect tons of book recs, because of course once I read a book, if I like it, of course I'm going to tell you all about it. And from time to time I just need to get on here and just talk, okay? So please don't mind me if you like just random thoughts, because I can be very random sometimes. If you like random thoughts, like random banter, this is probably the channel for you, because don't worry, we will have tons of that. And who knows, like maybe I'll also show some of my other talents. I like to bake a lot, so yeah, maybe some books in baking would be fun. But okay, let's get into these book recs. Okay, gonna recommend these books in sort of a rapid fire way. These are all 5-star reads that I read last year that I think that you should put on your 2025 TBR if you haven't read them already. Starting strong with Yellowface. So I want you to put a finger down if you and your best friend are both authors. One of you is more successful than the other, let's be honest, and you're a little jealous. So one day you guys are hanging out and the successful author, she begins like choking low-key, and she kind of perishes, okay? But you had the opportunity to call 911, but you didn't. Instead, what you did do though is go to her desk and grab her next best-selling manuscript and actually publish it as your own piece of work. Okay, bear with me. You publish it as your own piece of work and you begin to get noticed, you begin to get awards, best-selling author. Nobody knows your secret, or so you thought. And yeah, weird things start to happen. Basically, you have to decide if you're going to confront the truth or keep on lying, save face. That's basically the gist of Yellowface. It is by R.F. Kuang. She is a genius. It's a dark humor satirical piece, and yeah, it is very, very unique. I really enjoyed it, and it's actually the first book I read by R.F. Kuang, and since then I've read Babel, and I have Poppy Wars on my to-read list as well. Next, we have the entire Housemaid series by Freida McFadden. I love Freida McFadden, and these books were what made me want to read all of her books. I love Millie. She is the main character in the series, and I will stand beside her, okay? I know she's a little annoying, I know, but I'm like, Millie, that's my girl. I just love the chaos that she brings to everything that she touches, and how trouble just seems to find her around every corner. If you want thrillers that are low impact, because these aren't the thrillers that are gonna have you like looking over your shoulder like, what is that? They're more so fun thrillers, if that makes sense. They're a little more lighthearted, but the storyline will keep you reading, okay? I read through the first and second book in like 24 hours. Third book took a little longer just because it is a little thicker, and also I think that it was like the worst one in the series, but that's another point for another day. But yes, highly recommend the Housemaid series. Third, we have House of Eve. This book, make sure that you have a box of tissues readily available because you will cry. I feel like it was a necessary read though. Quick trigger warnings though, it does deal with domestic violence and also mentions miscarriages. So if that is triggering for you, just want to let you know. Overall, the characters in this book, I felt each of their pain, their joy, everything that they went to. And I feel like this author did such a beautiful job at playing at our emotions as readers. So yes, I have Yellow Wife on my list to read in February of this year, so I'm really excited to get to that one. Next, we have Local Woman Missing, which is actually loosely based off a true story from my hometown. The author is from Naperville, Illinois, and yeah, basically it follows a woman who goes missing out of nowhere. She just seemed like the nicest person. She really had it going on. But somebody obviously wanted to harm her in some way, because where did she go? Why did she just uproot her whole life and just leave? So yeah, in this book, everyone was a suspect to me, okay? Every single person. I didn't know who to trust. That's why I read it in 24 hours, because I needed to get to the bottom of it. I was like, who did it? And I'm like, maybe I was so invested because I remember the case very well. And I was like, if this is based off the case, like, I need to know. But yeah, the ending, I'll just say, my goodness, that was a good ending because I was not expecting it, okay? I was blown out of the water. If you've read Local Woman Missing, you know that ending was crazy, but in the best way. And then lastly, we have the entire Good Girl's Guide to Murder series, okay? These books, again, Pip, like Millie. Pip can be annoying, but when I say Pip got things done, she got things done, okay? She knew how to solve these crimes. She knew who she needed to talk to, and she just got stuff done. Like, I feel like people were dragging their feet, and Pip was like, guys, there's clues here. We need to investigate. Listen to me. Do what I say. I was like, period. No questions asked. These books, again, I flew through them in a matter of days. I feel like they're well worth the hype. If you watch the TV show, don't talk to me because that was terrible. Didn't even finish it. The books are 30,000 times better. So yes, I hope you like these recommendations. If you give them a read, please let me know. I love to talk about books. I would love more recommendations from you guys too. Would love to hear what's on your 2025 TBR list, and hopefully you add these books to it. And again, thanks for watching. I would love to connect with you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.